Thursday, June 9th, and Belinda and I are beginning our trek to the Fodera workshop in Brooklyn. And get ready to get on the subway, which here is the elevated train, I guess. And we'll give you an update as we go. Alright, we are walking up on the home of Fodera here, 68 34th Street, on the 3rd floor. Something tells me we may not get an elevator. 3rd floor, that's not too bad. Yeah, gotta love stairs. We haven't had enough of those yet. Exactly. Here we go. Fodera, 34th Street. Let's give it a shot. So where all the magic happens, right here. Nondescript building in Brooklyn, building amazing vases. All right, here we go. Her head's not that big in real life, really.
No. Well, that's thoughtful for her to put that over.
It's too bad. I email Holly all the time.
Yeah, she went to the New Jersey office today.
This is Vic's number.
Oh my gosh! Look at that.
This is it.
That is crazy.
Yep. This is number 37. So,
That's amazing.
1983.
You said this from '83?
Yeah. It didn't have the Keller bridge in it originally. That was added later. But it is still the original circuit.
Really?
Yep.
Does everything work?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean these are dead strings and stuff on it. It was here to get measured because we're going to make an exact replica of it for him. But it's, you know, it's actually been here a while. It's got to go back to him soon.
That is really cool.
Yep. It is.
You ought to do like the relic edition.
Yeah.
Build it that way.
Exactly. This is kind of the inverse of a dovetail neck joint, right there.
Right.
I'm not sure whether this will actually work because they're not the same size. It's a 4-string. This is for a 5-string, and it's wider.
Right.
But if this were a 4-string neck, that would set right in there, and then you'd have a glue joint there, there, and all around here and here. That's the way the dovetail necks work. The bolt-on, you're doing this. You're actually creating a neck pocket, and then you're setting that neck pocket that goes in there and gets screwed together.
To get the shapes and the hardness of the steel and the shape of the handle.
So we make our own.
So we wait until one of those blades goes bad. Special alloy high-speed steel.
Yeah.
Carbon steel.
And we fashion the knives out of those old.
And then we take a piece of tulip wood and glue
But
up.
we're not being romantic or,
Yeah.
you know, it's just they work better.
Yeah.
We like doing that, and we can make it exactly the shape that fits our hands, so it's most comfortable. For getting inside these curves, for example, that particular shape and length is exactly right.
Right.
Yep. So it's just easier to make. It's crude, but it works.
Yeah.
It's actually it's beautiful.
It's crude in my hands. It's a beautiful
you know,
instrument.
Yeah, it is.
It's not a collector knife. It's a utility knife to use every day.
I don't know. I think there'd be some people that want to collect it if you guys use it.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
These are all, they come in bags of completely different pieces. You have to lay them all out on a big whiteboard. Each piece of this beauty, you can see, this happens to be ash, 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 so it's hard to see.
Right.
But that is that tone block that I talked to you about
Right.
back in there. There's a body wing that gets glued onto one side, a body wing that gets glued onto the other side. This one happens to have a solid top. So the reason that we have a $500 charge, if you will, to do a solid top on a lead is you actually have to hand scribe that whole shape all the way around there.
Right.
And it's just the better part of a day's work to do
Right.
it and make it fit just so that it looks just like the dovetail. There you go. What volume's got? See that?
Yeah. Oh, that's
This is going to have a solid top on it.
That's good.
So this has to all be perfectly flat. That has to be perfectly flat. Then you have to shape it exactly around there through a series of very minute carvings on the edge of this joint to
Right.
make it look perfect, so that when you look here, you can't ever tell that was all laying on top. It looks
Right.
like
Right.
the other.
That's how it looks before you. Right. And if we didn't do a solid top, then you'd see that.
And you can see that center
yeah.
piece.
Yeah.
You just from the back, you just see that.
Yeah.